In the vast expanse of the inner sphere and the periphery, where interstellar travel is a necessity, jump ships stand as a pivotal element enabling this feat. These remarkable spacecraft make faster-than-light travel, FTL, possible, propelling themselves from one jump point to another in a matter of seconds, traversing light years in the blink of an eye. The primary function of Jumpship is to transport dropships through jumps. They are not designed for any other task. While jumpships remain stationed at a jump point, it is the dropship that handles the transportations of goods and passengers within the star system. They facilitate movement between planets and jump points. This division of labor ensures that the large and delicate jumpships are not exposed to the risks associated with planetary travel. The origins of functional FTL drives can be traced back to the 21st century, with the groundbreaking Deimos project, authorized by the Terran Alliance Parliament in 2103. On September 3rd, 2107, at precisely 12 o'clock General Mean Time, the Deimos test ship embarked on its inaugural voyage, successfully executing a jump from Zol's zenith jump point to the nadir jump point in less than a minute. The achievement marked a significant milestone in the field of interstellar travel. Later, in February 2108, Raymond Page became the first human to travel faster than light between Zol's jump points. Later that year, in December, the TAS Pathfinder, commanded by Norm McKenna, made history by completing a jump to the Tau Ceti system, becoming the first manned faster-than-light interstellar spacecraft. Early iteration of jumpships, known as primitive jumpships, incorporated large transit drives that combined the functions that would later be divided between jumpships and dropships. These early vessels featured internal bays, called drop shuttle bays, which housed drop shuttles, weighing up to 5,000 tons. However, around 2460, the introduction of hardpoints with KF, Kearny-Fuchida booms, revolutionized the technology. These hardpoints allowed for the extension of a CF field around a single dropship, enabling it to be carried by the jumpship through a jump. This groundbreaking advancement quickly rendered the old jumpships obsolete, leading to their virtual extinction within just 4 decades. Since then, there have been no significant changes to the fundamental form and function of jumpships. Their design focuses exclusively on providing FTL jump capability. As a result, jumpships typically contain only the essential components necessary for jumping. Their delicate Kearny-Fuchida CF drives dictate the slender, needle-like appearance, which is complemented by the trademark jump sail. These sails are crucial for safely recharging the CF drive using solar energy. Jumpships are not designed for movement away from jump points and often lack transit drives. Instead, they rely on weak station-keeping drives and maneuvering thrusters to adjust their position. In addition to crew quarters and a bridge, jumpships commonly feature Grav Decks, hydroponic gardens, extra cargo space, or hangars for small craft. In terms of armament, jumpships are typically unarmed and considered non-combatants. However, the line between civilian and military vessel can become blurred. Some jumpships possess a certain level of armor and armament, earning them the colloquial nickname of Jolly Rogers. The primary distinguishing factor between civilian jumpships and warship lies in their CF drives. Ships equipped with regular CF drives are classified as civilian jumpships, whereas those equipped with compact CF drives are automatically deemed military vessels. The kind of drive also determines the maximum potential size for the jumpship. The theoretical limit for a civilian one stands at 500,000 tons, while warships can reach a maximum size of 2,500,000 tons. KF drives cannot be smaller than 2,500 tons. The smallest known ship type with jump capability is the Buckeye class, a highly specialized military surveillance vessel weighing 6,100 tons. Production. The two most prevalent and well-known types of jumpship are the Invader and the slightly less known Merchant. Among civilian jumpships, the Monolith boasts the highest dropship capacity of 9, surpassing most warships as well. Only the colossal Potemkin-class troop cruiser exceeds it, with an unmatched capability of 25 dropships. As of 3055, it was estimated that around 3,000 jumpships were operational in the inner sphere, a significant increase from the approximately 2,000 in 3025. However, recent publications have questioned the accuracy of these figures, suggesting that they are insufficient to account for the observed transportation of bolt gods within the inner sphere. The actual number may be off by 1 or 2 orders of magnitude. Following the First Succession War, jumpships faced the risk of becoming lost tech, which became a driving factor in transitioning away from the total warfare used before. Losing the ability to produce and repair these ships would have led to the collapse of interstellar civilization. However, due to extensive facility losses and the prioritization of military projects, the production capacity dwindled significantly compared to the glorious Star League era. Few, if any, new designs were introduced during the Succession Wars until the discovery of the Helm Memory Core. The reported annual production of jumpships in the entire inner sphere combined was cited as about 12 in 3025, although this figure may have been inaccurate. Jump preparation. Before a jumpship can initiate a jump, it must position itself within a zone where gravitational influences are below a critical level, making them relatively safe and easy to use. These zones, often referred as jump points, serve as the origin and destination for jumps. Navigators on board the jumpship usually target the standard jump points located above and below the poles of a star system, known as Zenith and Nadir. While non-standard jump points exist, they are often risky and of a transitory nature. The navigator feeds the jump solution or navigational calculations into the drive controller. Regular updates to these calculators are necessary, especially for non-standard jump points that depend on the alignment of planetary bodies. These calculations for jumps can take between minutes to several hours, with non-standard jumps being more time-consuming and prone to missed jumps. Preparing for a jump. Before initiating a jump, certain precautions must be taken. Dropships accompanying the jumpship must be securely docked to ensure proper envelopment by the hyperspace field. The jumpship must also retract the jump sail and confirm the absence of any nearby craft within a safety radius of 27 kilometers. Once the jump program is initiated, the process cannot be aborted unless triggered by the drive's safety system. The jump process. After the jump program is initiated, warning klaxons alert the crew to the impending jump. Within minutes, the CF drive activates and the jumpship, along with any attached dropships, is enveloped by the expanding hyperspace field. While jumps seem instantaneous, the duration can vary depending on the distance traveled and the combined mass of the vessels. For example, a Potemkin-class warship with 25 dropships would require 375 seconds to complete a jump covering 30 light years. Emergence at the destination. Upon materializing at the destination point, known as emergence, the jumpship causes tidal stresses similar to those experienced during the jump process. This emergence signature includes an electromagnetic pulse detectable up to 2.25 billion kilometers away, and an infrared signature detectable from a close range up to 50,000 kilometers. The ship aligns with the motion of the destination jump point upon emergence, matching its vector, velocity, and orbital path. Drive recharging. After jump, the CF drive requires recharging. Jump ships typically deploy their jump sails, which function as massive solar collectors, to recharge the drive. The ship's position at the jump point is maintained using station-keeping thrusters. Recharge stations, once common at jump points across the sphere, have been significantly reduced due to the destruction caused by the Succession Wars. Recharging the drives takes usually several days, depending on the spectral class of a star. Alternatively, some jumpships are equipped with Lithium-Fusion Batteries that provide an immediate second charge for the drive. Misjumps and anomalies. Misjumps are the result of miscalculations, technical malfunctions, or spatial anomalies, and can cause a jumpship to deviate from its intended destination. As a consequence, the ship emerges off course, often damaging the CF drive, crew, and cargo in the process. These deviations can vary from a few kilometers of astronomical units to misjumps spanning light years. In some instances, ships have ended up in entirely different star systems or stranded in deep space. Rare cases of misjumps have propelled ships beyond the typical threshold of 30 light years. For example, the accidental discovery of Alfric occurred when a misjump transported a ship over 600 light years in a single jump. Another remarkable incident involved the warship SLS Manassas, which remained suspended in hyperspace for 250 years during a misjump, before reappearing at the destination jump point. This unexpected displacement effectively moved the ship and its crew 250 years into the future. Although hyperspace suspended animation is theoretically possible, the SLS Manassas remains the only known instance, and its replication outside the laboratory is uncertain. Navigational errors constitute the most common cause for misjumps, followed by factors like poor maintenance, prevalent during the technical decline of the Succession Wars, and overly rapid charging of the CF drive. While spatial anomalies are exceedingly rare, they are suspected to have caused the loss of several jumpships over the centuries of their usage. The limited meteor shielding of jumpships makes them susceptible to accidents caused by something in the doorway during jumping. Spatial anomalies, though astronomically uncommon, display patterns rather than being entirely random. Scientists are still uncertain about the repercussions and possible solutions for this problem. Usually, jumpships are designed to avoid deep gravity wells of stars or planets, but on occasion, they may veer off course when attempting to target a small pirate point within a star system's proximity limit. Pirate point is a common name for unorthodox jump points inside the system. In such cases, the ship ends up several kilometers off course. During wild misjumps, the hyperspace field's natural resistance to form in high gravity levels above the safety limit usually prevents catastrophic events. However, if a jumpship attempts to depart from or arrive at an invalid jump point, the entire ship sustains extensive damage as the hyperspace field forms improperly, leaving the ship and crew warped and mangled. Survivors, if any, are likely to suffer permanent injuries. Many misjumps remain a complete enigma, with vessels vanishing entirely from the known universe, leaving unanswered questions about their whereabouts and the fate of their crews. In conclusion, jumpships play an indispensable role in the ionosphere and periphery, facilitating interstellar travel through their remarkable FTL capabilities. While their primary function is to transport dropships, they themselves are not intended for planetary travel. With their slender frames and cunning jump sails, jumpships are marvels of engineering, driven by incredible CF drives. They provide an essential link in the transportation, ensuring the smooth movement of goods and passengers across star systems. The ionosphere would not work without them.